Hello, 8th grade. So we're back for a couple more word problems that can be a little bit more challenging. So let's give it a try. We've got 25 coins in my pocket, and all of which are either 5-penny or 20-penny coins. And what that means is that all the coins are in value either 5 cents or 20 cents. If their total value is 2 pounds and 90 pennies, how many 5-penny coins do we have? Okay. So remember, the first thing is we need to figure out what the X represents, okay? So let's think about what we don't know here. All right, well, we've got a bag of pennies, right? And some of these there's a bunch of 5-cent coins. I don't know how many. And then there's a bunch of 20-penny coins, okay? And all I know is that when I'm done, I should have 25 coins in total. So I don't know how much there is of each, okay? So that's what X is going to be. X is going to be the number of 5-cent coins. Okay. Now, well, how many 20-cent coins is there? Well, let's think about this. We've got in total 25 coins, right? So this is 25. If I have 5 of one type, then I have 20 of the other ones. If I have 7 of one type, I have 18 of the other ones. If I have 12 number of coins of the one type, then I'm going to have 13 of the other one. So if I have X, guess what the expression is? It's going to be 25 minus X of the other one, okay? So we're going to have 25 minus X represents the number of 20-cent coins. Okay, so let's move on now, and now we need the total value equation, and we know that it's 290. Now, first of all, don't forget, put this into pennies. So this is going to be 290 pennies, okay? So notice that I lost a decimal because if I'm in cents and you're in euro, it's important, yeah, so we put our units into the cents. Okay, well, every time that you have a 5-cent coin, the value increases by 5, okay? So what this is the total value of the 5-cent coins, okay? Now, what is your total value of the 20-cent coins? Well, you know how many of them you have? You have 25 minus X of them, and every time you have one of those, your value grows by 20 cents. So it's 20 times however many you have, okay? Now, adding that together, those values together, gives you 290 coins, okay? Now, the difficult part is done, okay? So this is your value equation. Now we just need to work this out. So this should be 500 minus 20X, and this is 290, okay? Now it's just the algebra, which I will go through fairly quickly. And I'm going to take 500 off from both. And what is that going to give us? I think 210. And notice that it's negative, which is not a problem because we're going to divide by 15. We're dividing by negative 15. And you know that if you're getting a negative answer here, that's not going to make sense because what X represents is the number of coins. You can't have like minus 5 coins, right? And what you're getting is you've got 14, okay? You can check, right? So if you have 14 of the 5-pence coins, that means that what you've got is you have 11 of the 20-cent coins, okay? Now let's just quickly check our value because we're awesome and we always check, okay? If I have 14 5-centers, I'm going to multiply that by 5, and if I have 11 of the 20 centers, when you multiply those, you should get the value of your money. And if you do it, you will see that that indeed does give you 290. So that means you've done it correctly. Okay, moving right along. Okay, age problems. So this is another type that stumps people sometimes. So you've got Matt is 5 years older than Carrie. In 7 years' time, Carrie's age will be 3/4 of Matt's age. How old is Carrie now? And again, you might want to pause it, see if you can actually do this problem on your own. Because if you can, then, you know, that would be, yeah, a really big sense of achievement. Okay, so, all right, what we want to know, Matt is 5 years older. Okay, so what's X here? What is it that we don't know? Well, we don't know how old they are, right? We just know that, okay, we're going to let X represent Carrie's age. Okay, so let's find an expression for their ages now, okay? So here we're going to have Carrie, and here we're going to have Matt. Now this is looking blue, looking boring. Okay, let's see. If Carrie is X years old, we know that Matt is 5 years older. So Matt is X plus 5. Okay, then what are they telling us? They're telling us some information about in 7 years, okay? In 7 years. Okay, well, let's see how old these guys are going to be in 7 years. Well, if Carrie's X now, in 7 years, he's going to be X plus 7, right? If you're 13 now, in 7 years, you're 20. If Matt is X plus 5 now, in 7 years, he's going to be also 7 years older, and so he's going to be, whoopsie daisy, he's going to be X plus 12. And then what the problem is telling us is it's saying in that time, Carrie's age will be 3/4 of Matt's age. So this number will be 3/4 of this number. Let's see if we can represent that. Okay, so this and this, they are not equal right now, right? Because this is 3/4 of that. So in order to make them equal, we need to multiply this by 3/4, okay? Because if you take 3/4 of this amount, then it'll be equal to that. Be careful, don't put the 3/4 on the other side, okay? Now, one of the things that you could do is you could distribute, but I don't want to because there's a fraction here, and the first thing that I just want to do is just get rid of that stupid 4. Okay, so multiply this by 4 and multiply this by 4. And now I can distribute. So I'm going to multiply this out. So I have 4x plus 28. And then still I have the 3 here. So we need to distribute the 3 in, okay? We have 3x plus 36. And again, I'm going to go through the algebra relatively quickly because hopefully now you guys are getting the hang of it, okay? 36, subtract 28, what's 36 minus 28? Okay, it's 8. Okay, so it seems like what we're getting is that Carrie is 8. Now we're going to check this, right? Let's check. Okay, so if Carrie is 8, remember, Matt is 5 years older. Okay, so which means that Matt is now 13. Now let's see if this all matches up in 7 years. Okay, so in 7 years, Carrie would be 15 and Matt would be 20. Now, check it. Is 15 3/4 of 20? Why, yes, it is. 15 is 3/4 of 20. So, you know what that means. It means you did it correct. And you know what that means. Of course, that means that we are pretty awesome. And there you go. Okay, so it's hard to break through these, but setting up this little grid is often helpful for people. Okay, now you can go and work through with more challenging problems.